All right, hello, welcome to the weather update. It's about 9:30, 2nd of August, and today was, I'm not mincing words, it was brutal today. Right? The humidity, the heat, oh man, it's just knocking me out, man. Just day after day of this. I'm getting headaches too, like from this too. It's just like relentless, you know what I'm saying? It's like there's never a break from the humidity at all. It's like constant. But anyway, looking at the sky, you could see we had a lot of hazy sunshine today, and you could see, look at that. This is some crepuscular rays. I believe I'm pronouncing that right this evening. You can see some towering cumulus there, and that is indication. You can see when you see a lot of that in the air there. You can see that there's a lot of stuff in the air. So that may be why I'm not feeling well, and I have not been feeling well. Just giving me a just tremendous headache. You see all that haze in the air like that. That's not good at all. It's a lot of haze. You can see we had some towering cumulus there in the evening. You can see some towering cumulus there. And this is like a line of it. And this was actually a dry front, so quote-unquote dry front, that dipped the humidity down. But other than that, it dipped it a little bit, not very much. It's still quite humid out there. We'll get to the monthly statistics for July, which hopefully they have at the end of this report. But anyway, you can see temperatures around 81, around what I got in the alley, so it's not that far off, I guess. Put the dew points in there, you can see it's still quite humid. 81 with a dew point of 72 at Islip. If you go further out east, it's a little better. 75 with a dew point of 72. So again, that sea breeze is, the further west you go, the less effective it is, especially with that westerly component off New Jersey. It just doesn't really, it's not passing over a long stretch of ocean with a southwest wind, trying to draw it out for you here. It's not stretching over a long stretch of ocean. It's kind of going like this. So this is a very short distance here, these 2 points. So it's not really cooling off that much compared to when you're further out east. So anyway, let's look at the day at Islip. 81 with a dew point of 72 at Islip. And just to show you the kind of day we had, I'm pretty sure they got up to 90 today. Looks like they might have gotten to 90. Well up into the upper 80s. You can see, look at these dew points up into the 70s all day long. Dew points in the 70s all day long. Just very, very muggy out there. Very muggy. So it looks like it says 88 at Islip was the high. I'm sure it was worse than that here in Mineola. It had to be 90. We'll go look at the highs in a minute, but it just gives you an idea of the dew points situation. We go look at Farmingdale here, 81 with a dew point of 70. Let's see what we got here. So it hit 88 there as well, and you can see dew points in the 70s all day long. Just very, very humid out there. Really humid. Let's look at JFK, where it's 88. You can see the winds are now northwest at 9. So actually, this will be interesting. You'll be able to see the bump up from when the wind shifted off to the west. Look at that. So they were in the low 80s, and then the winds went northwesterly, and they shot up to 90. So yeah, that's the kind of heat that this dry front is bringing in. But you notice the dew points are down now into the mid 60s. They drop from dew points in the 70s all day long. And then we'll look at another station in Bayville, New Jersey, Berkeley Township, and we'll look at that one. And I'm sure over there it was a lot worse than here. Oh yeah, they were in the 90s today, of course. I mean, how am I supposed to survive that? They didn't even get a sea breeze at all. Dew points were slightly lower, but not enough to make a difference. It's hell. I hate this heat. It's making me sick. It really is. So let's go and look at our high temperatures for the day. And you'll notice the orange. There's a heat advisory that's going to be issued. So you can see highs in the upper 80s on Long Island, upper 88 at Muttontown. So Mineola probably upper 80s. Well, maybe it didn't hit 90, but Laguardia got up to 93. 90s in mostly New Jersey there, low 90s. I'm assuming Central Park also got to the low 90s as well. Where is Central Park on here? Why isn't it showing up? Nope, 89. All right, that's because of all the vegetation that's around that site. That's the only reason why it reads lower. Most areas of the city were at 90. All right, so we'll go to the one-to-ground site now and give you some more observations here. Yeah, that's what was going on today, and quite an interesting bump up. I don't think there's a sea breeze on the South Shore anymore. There might still be one. There might still be one. I see 79 there. So there's still a sea breeze in certain areas, but we certainly don't have one here in Mineola. We're at 80, 82, 83 degrees here. But it was interesting how the temperature shot up when that sea breeze died. So let's see. Find a site that kind of shows where the temperature shot up. We can look at Malvern, maybe kind of show where that. See if we can see that jump. I don't see it here. No, they still have a sea breeze down there right now. It's not. It's trust me. And I was down there. I was still sweating, but it definitely was worse over here. Definitely hotter. Yeah, let's see in Long Beach. Maybe you'll see a jump up there because it's saying 82. And I bet it was cooler earlier. Yep, there it is. There's that dry front that came through. So you can see right there. They were in the upper 70s, and then boom, shot up. That, and you can see the wind shift from southwest to north. So there you go. That's the dry front right there. So let's go and look at the air quality, which is terrible. These are the carbon monoxide levels here, and they're quite high. No wonder why I'm feeling sick here. It's saying, well, these are the statistics here. I can't move this over, so I have no choice but to. We'll show you over here. Let's make it a little smaller here. So you can sort of see if you can see that in the right-hand corner there. You can look and see that. I can't show it to you. I don't know why. It's not letting me do it. But it's basically elevated in this area. So if you look at the chart down here, you'll see it's elevated. All right? It's elevated. All right? And so it's up at 621 ppbv. Let's try this again. So I don't know if you can see that. It's 621 ppbv. So yeah, that's high. All right. Normally it's supposed to be a lot lower than that, and that's why it has that shading. So there's a lot of air pollution out there, carbon monoxide, which is definitely something that's going to make you sick. All right. See, it says carbon monoxide right here. All right. So it's definitely something that's going to make you feel ill. But of course, nobody wants to talk about how the weather is affecting them. I'm sure I'm not the only one who's been feeling sick due to this lousy air quality. Look at particulates. All right, they're not that high. There's some, though. It's a little elevated. Not terribly. Not terribly. I'm using PM. Then we have this one here. That's like organic matter, aerosol. Then we have sulfate extinction. That's a little high. And then dust. Not that high, but I don't know. The air quality is just terrible today. I just wanted to bring that up. All right, now let's get into the monthly. And again, they don't have anything on the website, the Weather Service website about it. But before we do that, we got two things here: heat advisory. All right, heat advisory for Thursday. So this is for Thursday, 11 a.m. Thursday till 8 p.m. Friday. All right, so we have that. And we also have an air quality alert in effect as well until 11 o'clock this evening for Nassau and Suffolk counties. And that's not a surprise, again, because of the way the air quality has been. It's been bad. It's been really bad. All right. So it's not a surprise. And, again, nobody really wants to talk about the impact that this has on people's health. And I'll tell you, it just makes me... Maybe a lot of people aren't affected by it, but please let me know. I'm really curious if anyone else has been feeling sick from this air mass, this heat, or if it's just me. But anyway, let's go and look at the monthly statistics here. They don't have a thing for the. They usually put up a chart that shows you how the ranges, but again, we'll see if the monthly weather summary is out for iSlip yet. All right. Nope, it's still not out yet. What is going on? Unbelievable. It's still not out yet. Why haven't they issued it yet? This is like the second already. All right, we'll go over the preliminary, and I already did the preliminary. I'll just look at the preliminary for Laguardia and show you how much above normal we were. Above normal. That's not for this That's the other month. So they don't even have the I don't know. They don't have it. I don't know what's going on, why they don't have it, but we'll get to it when they put it up, the proper official report. I don't know why they have not gotten to it yet. It's the second day now in August. So looking at the satellite, you don't see too many clouds around anymore. There were, however, some showers and thunderstorms. They actually had to issue a special marine warning for one of them. If we rewind the radar back to, I guess, around what time was it? 4, 5, 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock. You could see that there was some activity up in Connecticut around 7 o'clock. And some of the activity went into part of the Long Island Sound, and I think they had to issue a special marine warning for this. But other than that, not much to speak of, except for some towering cumulus clouds. So getting to the weather now, getting to what we are going to be dealing with. We have this dry air mass coming in. It's going to still be kind of hot, but less humid tomorrow. But then you can see the ridge pump up again. Here we are Thursday, Friday, and the front that tries to get through is just going to stall out and bring us the chances for showers and thunderstorms. Not raining all the time, but you can see, look at that. And this Monday has the look of a really brutal day. Look at those isobars. That looks like a westerly flow right there. So that could be pretty brutal. And then this high tries to get in next week, but you can see it's just having trouble. Everything is a mess. Maybe toward the end of the period we get some relief, but again, it's the jet stream. If we go to the North American view and we go to the upper air on the 250 here, you'll see what the problem is. Where's the jet stream? It's very wavy and it's way up in Canada. The jet stream should be a lot lower than that. All right, it should not be like that at all. That's totally not normal. All right. And you can see there isn't really much of a change. Look at this. This even builds a huge ridge toward the end. That looks like a gigantic ridge right there. Look at that. That's going all the way into, look at the jet stream going all the way into the Arctic Circle and almost into Greenland. That is absolutely nuts right there. So if we go and look at the upper air, oh, that looks like it could get absolutely brutal. Oh, God, that looks horrible. Look at that huge ridge by the end of the period. I'm afraid to look at the temperature anomalies for that. And I wasn't going to get too much into the long range, but unfortunately, we're going to be dealing with more heat again. The summer is just going to just be a summer of hell. So if we go and we look at the surface and temperature anomaly, which we're going to go to now, which I might as well, being that I've dove into the long range already, you'll see we're going to be above normal tomorrow, above normal, way above normal Thursday, Friday above normal Saturday, well above normal Sunday, Monday above normal. Maybe we go below normal on Tuesday, and we get a little bit of a break there. But then look at that. The heat is going to build in earnest. Look at that last frame, August 18th. That's going to translate to at least 100 degrees right there. I don't want to look, but I'm going to look. All right? Let's just see. Oh, yeah, 100s. Yeah, I still think we have a shot at hitting 100 in the city. This is nuts. All right. We got all this. It's in the long range, all right? But it goes to show you how messed up things are in this world right now. So let's go look at the HRRR model, and we will go and look at the precipitation forecast. Obviously, we're not going to see all that much anymore. It has cut off tonight, and tomorrow will be dry. And then the next chance for precipitation, this goes all the way through Thursday afternoon, and it's not really showing anything. Maybe later or Thursday evening, maybe something will come in. Of course, we have it up to 44 hours. It's being a little slow once again. All right. I could do the FV3 high res. That's not going to help me. It's not going to get me any further, really. I could do the NAM 12 at 18Z if we want to look at any more chances of precipitation. But you can see it looks pretty dry. Okay, the NAM 12 does take us pretty far out, actually. So, here we are Thursday, not really showing a lot. And it's showing just scattered activity. Here we are into Saturday morning. If we look at the amount of total accumulated precip, that is barely anything. All right? That's the NAM. Now, if I go to the GFS, it's probably, no, it barely shows anything, too. So, the activity over the weekend is going to be scattered in nature. It's not going to be anything that's going to stop this drought. And the Suffolk County Water, they're actually starting to issue now restrictions and advisories here too, because it's just been so hot and dry. We haven't had as much rain as we should be having, and that's just going on across much of the country. All right, so let's go and look at. We got that out of the way. Let's go look at the temperatures. I mean, you can see I got my plate full with the weather. I don't need to be talking about anything else. We got enough going on right here. So let's go look at the HRRR again and the dew points here. And you will see here that we have that westerly wind setting up, but the northerly flow will bring the dew points down somewhat, especially toward the afternoon. It's going to be similar to Saturday, where we'll see that drier air, especially in the afternoon. The dew points might drop into the upper 50s and low 60s. And then we have the sea breeze come in, and then the dew points come back up again in the evening, and then look at how much they rise. And Thursday, we have a southerly flow on Thursday, it looks like. So that's good. Might keep Long Island a little cooler, but inland if you're in Jersey, and even if you're in Long Island, I mean, 90 is going to be a good bet for a lot of us. So let's go to the temperatures right now. And here are the temperatures. So we have, after tonight, you can see temperatures don't drop very much. It's probably not going to get much below 75 for most of us. Tomorrow, it's going to be pretty hot. If you're in Jersey, you're going to be dealing with 90s. You can see a little bit of a sea breeze trying to develop in Jersey. I think it's overdone. For Long Island, I think we'll be around 90. So it's going to be hot. It's not going to be a great day. It's just going to be the most comfortable day we're having because the humidity will be a little lower. And then as we go into Thursday, this is when the heat really ramps up. Jersey, you're going, mid to upper 90s. My gosh, it's hell. That's why I get upset when I think about having to live there, because I don't know how I can survive the heat. I am dying in the heat already, even right here, all right, in Mineola. It's going to be even worse there, all right. I just don't see how I can survive it. I'm my wit's end with this heat already. I mean, this climate change, here I am worried about crime. This climate change could do me in because I can't take the heat. I can't survive it, unless I stay indoors and maybe get a second air conditioner in here. That seems to be the only bet, and pray the power stays on. You can see the Long Island, it does seem like there's more of a sea breeze on Long Island, so maybe we might hit the 90s, but then it should drop, especially if you're on the South Shore and further east. All right. Let's go a little further along here, and we'll look at the GFS. See, here's the GFS showing us the same kind of picture. So here's your wind flow and dew point. So at least that southerly component helps us out. Friday, though, there's more of a southwesterly component. So that could mean more heat spreading into the area. And you can see, look at the weekend. We are soupy with the humidity, southwest winds, and then they try to go a little more westerly on Sunday. Here's Monday. This is going to be the day it's going to be horrible because the winds go a little more westerly. That could really drive us west-southwest wind there. It could be really brutal. You see, there's that cooler, drier air. It's going to make it in. It's trying to, but it stalls out. Again, we don't have a jet stream to remove this stuff along, so it just stalls out. If you want to get into that, and you have to go into Maine. Maybe that's where I should be going to live, Maine, at this point. It's too hot, getting too hot here. You can see, though, it looks like we do get some relief next week. It looks like we have a storm that's passing by, so we have a northeast wind there. That kind of would keep us cooler. But then as we get toward the end of the period here, look at that, killer west winds. There's a push of cool air, a good push of cool air. But after that, then we die in the heat. All right. So I'm going through the whole model here, but why not? We're already, there's so much to talk about with the weather. Nobody else really wants to get into details with this. So let's go look at the GFS here, and you can see Friday, we're going to be dealing with 90s again, low 90s. Here we are. Saturday, near 90, upper 80s to near 90. And here we are, Sunday, 90s again, and 90s again for Monday. And then it finally cools off. This could be a cloudy kind of day here. The temperature's that low. So this kind of indicates stalled front syndrome here when I'm looking at this, and we'll look at the cloud cover in a minute. You can see there it is, and then things heat up again. So by the middle, not next weekend, not next weekend. This is next weekend, right? This is next weekend, right? The weekend after this upcoming weekend, we could be dealing with some really bad heat. So in the middle of the month here, it's showing a signal for another really bad heat wave. And so this is not good at all. And then look at this. It's just endless. There's no relief coming. All right, so let's go look at the skies now. And I'll start with the GFS, although it is a low-resolution model. We will use it, kind of show you what's going on here. And it kind of shows you the players, too. So tomorrow, looks like we will have fairly clear skies. Whether it'll be hazy or not, it's another story. But the sky may look nice. Nicer than today, hopefully. But then we'll be dealing with more clouds. Friday into the weekend, you'll see some clouds. Won't be as clear. And chances actually showing Sunday to be fairly dry, though. Here's Monday. And you see, we try to get this front through. You see what happens? it stalls out. But to see, maybe we could push it far enough south that Long Island can clear out. But this is well into the long range, I know, but I had to show it to you nonetheless. RGM. Let's go to RGM next on the cloud model here. So you see tomorrow, so maybe start off with a few low cloud. It's going to be very similar to Saturday, I think. It's going to be better, I think, toward the afternoon when that dry air tries to build in, I think. And then for Thursday it'll probably be fairly clear, though. It's showing some cumulus buildup over New Jersey, but it should be a fairly clear day. But just going to start getting more brutal. And then here we are Friday, we're dealing with the high and mid-level clouds. All right. So yeah, it's not a pretty picture. And again, this kind of goes into what the Climate Prediction Center is saying. Again, when we look at the Climate Prediction Center, the 6 to 10 day outlook has us above normal and well above normal. The whole country is above normal. 8 to 14. It does start having us below normal, though, so it's trying to show that there's going to be a cool down. But again, that cool down looks very transitory. It'll stick around for maybe a little bit, and then it'll pull out. Maybe it won't. Maybe we'll get lucky. We'll have to see. But right now, we're just staring at more heat again, and I really wish we had the climate update from the Weather Service as far as the full climate reports. I don't know why they're missing here. And again, unfortunately, they are. If we go here, again, we can look at the local past weather, and you'll see again observed weather and monthly weather summary is not there. All right, they do have it for Central Park, so we will look at the Central Park one. All right, so the average maximum in Central Park was 87.3. Maybe they finally put it out. Average maximum 87.3. The normal value is 84.9. Average minimum 71.8. Normal value 70.1. So 2.4 degree anomaly on the high, 1.7 degree anomaly on the low, and the mean 79.5. Normal 77.5. So we're 2 degrees above normal. Precipitation. Let's see what they have. Precipitation totals. They're actually close to normal. So this is very interesting. Totals 4.55 for rainfall at Central Park, 4.60. That's because of all the storms that hit that area. There were a lot of thunderstorms that hit certain parts of the area this month, but other areas like out east and coastal New Jersey did not wind up getting nearly as much rain, and those areas are drier than they should be. I'm glad they finally did do it. So let's go and see if they finally got islip in here. Yes, finally. Look at that. They actually put it in as we were doing the weather update. Isn't that amazing? I'm glad we finally have the official. So here's the official climate report for islip. 88 was the, that's the, no, wait, that's the daily. Oh, why is it showing the daily? Yeah, it's showing the daily. It's not showing, okay, something's screwed up here. Let's try it again. No, it still has the old one up. It still has the old one up. So for some reason, they still have the old one up. And Laguardia, again, it's showing. All right, so we have the monthly summary for Laguardia. Okay, that has finally showed up. So we do have for Laguardia. They just haven't gotten islip yet. But here's Laguardia. The average high at Laguardia, 88.8. The normal's 86.4. 2.4 degrees above normal. The average minimum, 73.3. Normal, 71.9. And that's 1.4 degrees above normal. The mean 81.1, normal 79.2, so that's almost 2 degrees above normal. For precipitation 2.69, the normal 4.30. So look at that. Look at a big difference between Central Park and LaGuardia. That's pretty interesting. So below normal over there at LaGuardia, which is pretty interesting. So let's go and look at JFK. So they're finally putting these out as we do the weather update, which is kind of interesting. 86.9 was the high average maximum at JFK. Normal 83.6. That's 3.3 degrees above normal. Minimum 71.6. Normal is 80. Normal minimum is 68.7. That's 2.9 degrees above normal. Mean 79.3. So 3.2 degrees above normal at JFK. Precipitation totals only 1 inch. Only a little over an inch of rain. That's well below normal. Normal is supposed to be 3.86. So it's really interesting to see this variation. All right. That's why I don't normally go through all these sites, but there's such variation. All right, so Bridgeport. Let's see if Bridgeport shows up in here. Bridgeport is now available. So here we are. Bridgeport, average maximum 85. Normal 83.4. That's one. So generally, they're averaging about 1.5 degrees above normal. Precipitation 3.05. That's close to its normal of 3.32. Now let's try Newark. Newark is going to have the biggest departure here. Average maximum 92.1. That's right. The average high at Newark was 92. Normal is supposed to be 86.9. That is 5.2 degrees above normal. This again proves that New Jersey is the fastest warming state in the country. Average minimum 73.1. Normal is 69.4. That's 3.7 degrees above normal. And the mean 82.6. That is 78.2. The normal 78.2. 4.4 degrees above normal for the mean at Newark. That's incredible. All right. Record low amount of rainfall at Newark. Only 0.55 inches of rain. The normal is supposed to be 4.66. So this is the driest month on record at Newark Airport. That's incredible. All right. That is incredible. Absolutely incredible. Now, let's try for Islip. Islip is still not up here officially. So we'll have to go over that again tomorrow. But that's incredible right there. So you're seeing some record-setting climate here. And this is all part of the climate crisis that we are in. That should be one of the top stories in the media. That is completely buried, of course, as we remain oblivious to the incoming climate catastrophes as we deal with this climate crisis going on across the world. And there truly is no escape from it. You can only go somewhere where you're going to be a little less impacted, but everybody is going to be impacted. But by far, the state of New Jersey is being impacted much more than a lot of other states are. While Long Island, at least we have, especially out east and on the South Shore, you have some moderation from the ocean, at least to keep the heat component a little more, a little less intense. But the rainfall, that's really something. So record low rainfall at Newark, that should be a big story. So we are definitely in a drought in a lot of New York, and even worse in New Jersey. So it's not just the West. We're dealing with it too. So thank you for watching. Have a good night, and get ready for another crazy month of weather.